but we got to get to the blueprint on how we're going to beat the Steelers. Ryan gave us some tips that might help us. Last week we were going at each other with our keys to the game. We'll see if there's any discrepancies with Briggs's keys this week. They didn't get the 3+ take. Don't start
the 14+ takeaways.
They didn't get 3+. They almost got 3+ takeaways. Look at these.
They just need to take the ball away 18 times.
They came close, Briggsy. All right, your two keys. Your two keys to how we're beating the Steelers.
Well, thanks, guys. You guys, listen, I have a high standard, and standard's the standard, okay? But my first key is to run the ball, set up play action. The Steelers do a decent job of stopping the run. They give up about 100 yards a game, so that means they're teetering right here or there. But if we're able to run the ball, we still protects Caleb, and it allows us to set up some good play action passes. And whether we get drops from our receivers or our wideouts, what we can do is we can always depend on our tight ends because we have a top 10 pick at tight end. Everybody loves playing.
We've been talking about this throughout the week. And my buddy Shane Marsaw, who does shows on Monday nights with me, he brought this up. Like, Caleb was, somebody that a lot of people said didn't play under center a lot, coming out of college, didn't play under center a lot last year. Ben Johnson is the type of coach that wants to get under center, run the football, do that play action like you said. Mm-hmm. And the stat Shane shared with me was that Caleb Williams is 4th in the league in passing yards under center.
I love
here for the season. So to your point, Lance, a great key. They've got to continue to stick to that script.
Just that.
There's a stat for
18
everything.
Takeaways.
There's a stat for everything.
But that's a good.
Caleb sleep on his left side.
But that's a good stat, man. They're under center
a great
a lot,
stat.
and he's 4th in the league in yards.
It's a great stat.
It is a good stat. But I just always notice there's a stat for everying in the world.
But that's a good stat.
We have jumped the shark when it comes to stats and metrics and graphs. But, here I am. We made fun of your keys last week. I'm trying to help your key by providing some stats to your amazing key, and you still won't let me. See, I think you don't trust. You don't trust me. That's what it is. You think.
Thank you, Braggs. Thank you. I appreciate you. All
right, key number 2. All
right, key number 2. Protect Caleb. All right. This pass defense, listen, if they're not sacking you, they're giving up a lot of passing yards. So if we can protect Caleb, that will allow him to pick apart this secondary. All right. Those are my keys.
I like that.
TJ Watt, he's going to be coming off the edge with bad intentions. So we have to make sure that we have a hat on him at all times because he's the type of guy that can just wreck the game with just one play.
Yep.
And we don't want that to happen here at Soldier Field.
Yep.
They have 33 sacks right now. Their defense
they have a lot.
Sacks, but they give up the more passing yards than any other team in the NFL.
That's right.
It is going to be kind of this war of attrition between the Bears and Steelers. Strength. You talk about good versus good earlier, Briggs. The strength versus strength. The Steelers get to the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Like he's just said, what'd you say, 33 sacks?
33 sacks.
They turn the football over, but the Bears, conversely on offense, they don't turn the ball over that much. Mm-hmm. Caleb hasn't put the ball in harm's way, knock on wood. And he also hasn't taken many sacks this year.
Right.
He took 2 last week, which is more for us. That's a high number for him.
Now.
Like before, that would have been his season low last year.
Well, I saw the stat on Fantasy Life. Caleb has avoided 18 sacks this season. That leads the NFL.
That's great.
Yeah. If the Giants were any indication, because they had the number 3 ranked defensive line in the NFL, the Bears did a good job against them, handling them and protecting Caleb against them. They can do it against them. They can do it against the Steelers.
Exactly.
Okay. Those were 2 outstanding keys.
Very, very good keys.
Very good, Lance.
Very, very good keys, Lance.
Jerry,
I'm impressed by those keys. Very impressed.
You know what? Let's just get to yours so I can be unimpressed.
All right, Jerry, your keys.
Take advantage of the Steelers' defense. Like you just said, Lance, the secondary isn't really that great. They gave up a ton of yards, which means, as you said, we have the top 10 pick in terms of tight end. He's getting more and more targets. So they're listening to us. They understand what they need to do offensively. They need to start getting him involved. And I love the tight end play that we have going on right now. Their targets are going up with Cole Kmet and Love, showing a lot of love, and it has to keep on going. So I feel like the middle of the football field will be open, and Caleb it's an easy throw for Caleb right down the middle of the football field. And when Love gets that ball, something happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is very productive, once he has that football down the football field. So they just have to protect Caleb, give him enough time in the pocket. And when he gets scrambling, too, he's still really good, like you said, Lance. So he likes to go out there and just make plays, but I feel like they're susceptible to making a lot of plays with this defense because they give up a lot of yards. So if they can protect Caleb, I think Caleb can have a really fine day in the air.
That's interesting. You guys, as we're going through this and talking to Monday and hearing your guys' thoughts on this, you guys are making me – I'm like super nervous. Now that there's so much on the line for the Bears to make the playoffs, like my nerves – for the week leading up, I'm excited.
I understand.
I'm so nervous.
I understand. I mean, these are the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I just want them to make the playoffs.
But the Steelers are a really good football team. They figure out ways to adapt and stay close in football games. There's a reason why they're 6-4, and they are well coached as well. And they make really good adjustments, especially at halftime. So it's going to be a tough game. Like we're making it sound like it's easy, but it is definitely not going to be easy. Like the Steelers are going to come into this game and they're going to say, you know what, we can win this game. We can beat this team and we can get after them. If they do that stuff early, then we have a totally different dynamic with this game.
Yeah. And it's not funny, Briggs. I am nervous, man. But going into the season, I wasn't going to do the playoff talk. I wasn't going to set the expectation that they had to make the playoffs because I just wanted to be reasonable about the first year with Ben. Now we're at this point where it is like they have to make the playoffs now or I'm going to be upset.
You need a CBD drink. You need one of those CBD drinks.
Meatball, you know doggone well if the Bears would have started this season 2-0, you would have said, Super Bowl! Super Bowl!
Well, yeah, but they didn't. They started 0-2, so then I was like, all right, let's just develop this team and figure out what we're doing next year. And then somehow they won 7 of 8. All right? This isn't easy, man. Okay? All right, your second key, Zoom.
Pressure the quarterback. So whoever it is, I hope it's Rodgers. I want to face the best, and I want to get after him. And also, this defensive line has something to prove. Like, we've been talking about the defensive line since the beginning of the season that we need more of a pass rush. We need to see them when they're one-on-ones. Well, we have a great opportunity to do that at Soldier Field, in nasty type of weather against one of the best to ever do it. So if that's not enough motivation for you, then I don't know what is. But the stars are aligned right now for them to go after and get after that quarterback. And I expect a lot of pressure. I expect pressure coming from zone blitzes and just one-on-one matchups and schemes up front. If we can be disruptive up front and make it really difficult for the quarterbacks to be successful, then this should be a runaway victory for the Chicago Bears.
Oh, man. You guys make me so nervous. Like, between...
CBD drink. CBD drink.
I got to get one of those senorita.
Yes. Send them. Send a case.
Senorita margarita.
10 milligrams.
One senorita.
I am. Between Briggs, he did this on the post game. He keeps calling Rodgers frail. And I'm not clipping him saying that because I don't want this getting back to Rodgers. The Bears have been doing a good job.
I do. I want Rodgers to be at his best.
Yeah.
So we can take advantage. Because I really believe in this football team. I really do. I feel like the momentum is moving in a good direction for the Chicago Bears, and they're figuring out ways to win.
Yeah.
That's like I said last time. Last year, they find ways to lose. This time, they're finding ways to win, to keep it close and win in the end. And they've been making those plays to do that, to get over the hump.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, pressuring the quarterback. The Steelers have allowed the lowest pressure rate in the NFL, but when Rodgers is pressured, he has one of the highest sack rates in the NFL.
That's right. You can get to him.
So if you do get to him, you could finish the play, but it's just a matter of whether or not you get there.
Right.
And the Bears had no sacks last week against the Minnesota Vikings, so hopefully they have a little bit of a bounce back in that regard, and hopefully they looked at the tape and come with a sense of urgency in that regard. You had another stat for us, Steven?
2.63 seconds. That's the average time to throw for Aaron Rodgers this year. Surprisingly, that's the 5th highest in the NFL, and he's not manufactured. manufacturing it like Caleb Williams can, where he could avoid a sack and Houdini his way out of the pocket. This is him standing in there. So that offensive line has been doing a great job for those Steelers. Getting past it's going to be huge.
So that's interesting with that stat being provided for my key, my first key. And maybe this kind of contradicts what you just said a little bit, Steven, but because of Rodgers' injury and him, I'm assuming, trying to play because of his affinity for the Chicago Bears and their fans, you got to be ready for the quick game. I mean, Aaron Rodgers throughout his career, that stat kind of surprised me because I've always kind of known Rodgers to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Right. But I feel like he's going to have an even more of a point of emphasis to get that ball out fast this week. And so maybe that plays into the Bears' hands defensively. You don't have as many long developing plays downfield. But I just assume that they're going to be trying to check that ball down, get it out quick. Briggs, you used to talk about how he would go to his second read, that first read on the left, then he'd come to the slant, first read on the right, come to that slant on the left. Linebackers got to be ready to, bring that ball in and jump that route. But Rodgers is quick with his decisions. Rodgers got a quick trigger with his throwing motion, and Bears got to be ready for this. So, unfortunately, while I do think we do need to get to the quarterback and test Rodgers' injury, I don't know how many opportunities Rodgers is going to give them, knowing he has a broken bone in his wrist. I don't think he's going to be hanging out in that pocket too long. I think he's going to get the ball out fast.
And it's the perfect opportunity for the DBs to get up on these wide receivers and jam the hell out of them at the line of scrimmage. Like, the game plan should be to take away these wide receivers immediately and give Rodgers no chance, because you're exactly right. He does want to get the ball out. That three-step, get the ball out quick and let his guys do their thing. But if the DBs can mug these wide receivers and make it difficult, changes the dynamic of the football game.
Yeah, and
I
they're
like the
tight end.
matchup of DK Metcalf and Nashawn Wright. Nashawn matches really well with tall receivers, being a tall defensive back. So I'd like to see, for DK, he's a guy that you like to throw 50-50 balls to. That to me is a true 50-50 matchup. When you throw that ball up for DK to go get it, I think Nashawn can go get it too.
And did I hear something right that Jalen might be coming back? Possibly?
I'm predicting he's going to play on Sunday. I think most people think it's going to be the Eagles game.
But if he gets there, I mean, he adds a new dynamic also.
Yep.
A strong dynamic to the Bears defense too. So
yeah, and then I think the other matchup concern they have is Darnell Washington, the tight end.
It's a big boy.
That dude is a tank.
Did you see how much he said he weighs? I think this was yesterday he said it. He's listed at 260. Yeah, 311 is what he says he's actually at.
He is a very athletic tight end, but at the same time, he's been trucking DBs. Well, that's what you're supposed to do when you're 311 pounds.
If you haven't seen it,
that's not really exciting me.
If you haven't seen it, I recommend everybody watch his combine tape where he was going up against the sled. Hilarious. You see all the other tight ends, they move it a little bit, and then he comes up, and it's like, whoa, he's like picking that thing up and throwing it.
What needs to happen is we need to have a safety come down and clean him up.
I don't.
That's what we need. That's what needs to happen.
How about
hey, look, it's the NFL. It's the NFL. It can be done.
Or you could put a linebacker in there and slam him.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Just get after him.
Yeah. Put tomato.
I don't care who gets him. Somebody get him.
It's terrifying.
Somebody get him.
It's terrifying. That dude is huge. He runs people over, no doubt about it. And then my final one, my final key is I have sales guy Jim texting me right now. He threw me off. Sorry, sales guy Jim. I'm working right now. Is take swift action. I'm always the Manung guy.
Very clever.
Yeah.
What is going on here?
I have seen
switching it up. He's switching up.
As much as I love Kyle Manungai, and I do, I got to give DeAndre Swift a ton of credit, man.
Yeah.
He is doing incredible things out there. I mean, last week he had another great game.
Yes.
And he's run, as much as I appreciate how hard Kyle Manungai runs, and he runs hard. He had a touchdown last week. He's bowling over Josh Metellus. But DeAndre Swift has been steady.
Love it.
A steady rock for this team. And it's past time that I give him his credit and quit trying to take his snaps from him.
Good job.
Yeah,
man.
and this
Good
is
job. I'm proud of you.
It's big of me.
Proud of you.
It's big of me to admit this.
Very proud
because
of you.
I'm very rarely wrong. But as much as I'm like, except when we introduce Ryan Mundy to the show and try to figure out what games he played in there. That was bad. But regardless,
7 Super Bowls. How did you feel when you were there?
You said it with a lot of conviction too.
Shut up, all right? Enough. It's been a long day, morning, night, everything, okay? Jesus. Oh, man. But it's true. And so it's DeAndre Swift, man. Like you said, running game regardless. Got to keep your identity since, the bye has been to run the ball. Mm-hmm. You're second in the league in rushing now.
Let's go.
And when you say that after the first 4 games, you wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah.
And now you look at this team and their identity of physicality and running the football starts with DeAndre Swift. Monungai's a big part of that, but it starts with DeAndre Swift. Feed him the rock here this Sunday, and good things are going to happen in the run game. And then, as Lance said in his first key, in the play action game.